Hello there everyone. Alex here with Lucksack Games, and we're here for another league, this time Legacy, and this time we're playing our Mono Green Lands Brew. So I uploaded a video yesterday of our Mono Blue Rogues deck. This is our Mono Green deck. I love to brew in Legacy. It's a fun format that's wide open with still tons of interactions to be explored. The main advantage of this deck is that it has Karn the Great Creator as well as Chalice of the Void and a land shell. Also featuring Living Wish to find both the Dark Depths combo as well as a few silver bullet creatures. So let's run that in. We won the die roll. Would we like to play first? Yes, we would, as a Chalice of the Void deck being on the play is great. This hand, on the other hand, I think I'm going to go ahead and send back. I think we can do a little bit better than that. And I think this hand is a little bit better. Still slow, though. I'm going to go ahead and go to 5. Well, look, it's our 7 with no Mox Diamond. I still think we keep this. We're going to send back the City of Traders and the Ancient Tomb. Actually, we're going to send back a Forest and the City of Traders, keep the Ancient Tomb. The reason why is because we can go crop rotation here. And if it resolves, then we can get Dark Depths. And then the opponent has counter spells no longer interact with us. If the opponent does have Force of Will here, we're going to need to hope that they have a green source. Alright, cool. Let's hope to dodge Wasteland. Dark Depths pass. Go ahead, opponent. So we're currently looking at a turn 3 combo on a Mold of 5. That's not too terrible. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, to be fair, we do have this Life in the Loam in our hand, so that wasn't even really that bad for us. Do need to draw a green source, though. Definitely need to draw a green source. I mean, that is literally the worst green source we could have drawn, but you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm going to try and bait out another Wasteland, just in case they have it, though. They do. Sweet. They're kind of committed to having to Wasteland us since they Wastelanded the Dark Depths. Ooh, City of Traders is a great one to Ghost Quarter. I think I'm just going to play that one out, see if they have third Wasteland. If they do, we're still in this game. They do not. Alright, so they are a blue-based deck. Alright, so what we're going to do here, so we're going to float to Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter this in response to its own trigger. Yes. We're going to go get a Forest, and we're going to cast Life from the Loam. Oh. We're going to let our trigger resolve, and then we're going to cast Life from the Loam. Targeting Dark Depths, Ancient Tomb, and Ghost Quarter. Pay 1. And then pass through turn. Not the best way to getting about this, but it's a start. Curious if the opponent forces this. If they do, that's fine. We'll just cast it next turn. It's kind of one of the strengths of the land shell. Alright, they're going to brainstorm here in response. So one of the strengths of the lands side of the deck is that it's very, very resilient. So obviously not the ideal way to find green there, but it works. Cool. Opponent countered it with a Force, just like we said. Alright, we're good. That's our whole turn. See if the opponent has another Force next turn. They're using a lot of resources to try and keep us off of this, which is pretty ideal for us. Hopefully they miss a land drop here after all those Wastelands. Would be very ironic. Not quite that lucky, unfortunately. This is probably a Strix, which is kind of bad for us because it not only blocks, but gives them time to get to their Jace. Yep. Yep. Yes, we will Life from the Loam. Living Wish, Elvish Spirit Guide, Chalice of the Void. Alright, well, you know, Cat's kind of out of the bag there. Ancient Tomb, Life from the Loam, targeting these three. Could have played the Thespian stage there. Still think it's correct to play this to play around days. And let's go ahead and pass the turn. Next turn we can play the Thespian stage though. No problem. And the opponent's already burned through 2 wastelands, so they're pretty unlikely to have a third. Whereas we should have a pretty easy time assembling multiple 2020s. Is this a Tarmogoyf? Yep. Big Tarmogoyf is one of the ways they can start turning this around. Yeah, we're a lands deck opponent. We have lots of lands in our hand. And nothing else. Take 1 here. So I'm actually going to take a draw step because we don't really need any of the lands in our grave. And we might hit a Karn. Thespian stage there isn't stellar, but that's fine. Alright, so we have the trick here of Thespian stage, copy a basic in order to avoid a wasteland on it. Let's hope this isn't a Jace. Brainstorm, yep. I'm assuming the opponent wants to try and develop as many threats as they possibly can. What have you now, opponent? Leovold? We don't care about no Leovold. Charlatations, sure. Into Goyf, we care a little bit about that. That's a little scary. Curious if the opponent attacks with Strix here. See, this is a situation where I wish I had crop rotation to punish this line so heavily, but I don't. So, here we are. Nope. Mox Diamond. Sure. We're going to go ahead and pitch City of Traders, play Dark Depths, and pass to the turn. Now I doubt that they will, well, we're just dead, right? Yeah, what am I thinking? They turn their dude sideways. Hitting that second Goyf, though, was very powerful for them. Alright, so we don't really need Caracas. None of their creatures are legendary, and producing white doesn't do anything. Blaststone there would have been fine, because we would have been able to destroy all of the things that cost 2, but it would not have been fast enough. Let's see. I think I do want Azusa. I think that's actually the only change we're going to make. We still have access to all 4 of our Living Wishes. Bog affects Goyf, but I don't think we really need it. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can get a. Of note, Chalice on 0 will stop their Ancestral Visions, which is almost assuredly in their deck. The unfortunate part is they're almost assuredly also a Abrupticate deck, which means that Chalice does not get to live forever. Great news is if they're playing Abrupticate, though, Karn costs 4. See if we can get some turn 1 Karns. Turn 1 Karn is great. It's one of the reasons to play this deck. Multiple ways to make a turn 1 Karn. A lot of them involve Mox Diamond and or crop rotation though. What are these ESGs we got? Guys, right here. Very good magic card. Very, very good. Allows us to produce mana for turn 1 Chalice. Faster Karns, crop rotation off of Like, that's one of the ways to cast a turn 1 Karn is Ancient Tomb, tap for 2, crop rotation off an Elvish Spirit Guide into another Ancient Tomb, take 2 more, turn 1 Karn. Obviously, is there a Force of Will deck that could be a little risky, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta slam it if that's the kind of hand that you have. This deck can be very resilient, but it can also be very glass cannon, shall we say. We would like to still be on the play, though. So, remember what I said about turn 1? Yeah, I think we keep this. I think we keep this. And I think we're going to go for the turn 1 Karn. Sure. Opponent has a Leyline of the Void, which we're a lands deck, so I get where that's coming from. So Mox Diamond, discard Thespian Stage, Ancient Tomb, tap for 2, crop rotation, the Ancient Tomb. I don't like these pauses. That definitely feels like Force of Will to me. I imagine the opponent would have forced this crop rotation, but maybe not. Let's go ahead and cast this Karn and find out if it resolves. It's funny we were talking about turn 1 Karn Great Creator during sideboarding, and here we are casting it. Ah, they do have Force. No fun, opponent. No fun. No fun. You don't get to have Leyline and Force as interaction on turn 0? Come on. Come on. Come on. We're trying to have fun over here, opponent. Why are you... Oh my god, why are you the enemy of fun? You are so the enemy of fun, opponent. Alright, well... I guess the line here is Chalice on 1. And pass turn. We are going to miss our land drop, ironically. Yeah. This Leyline of the Void also will make their Goyfs a little bit smaller. Alright, hitting a land. Let's keep going. Actually want to play out the land as opposed to the Mox Diamond, because if they have something like a Maelstrom Pulse, which this deck can play, then knocking out both diamonds, not ideal for us. Hopefully they have a bunch of 1-drops in hand, and this Chalice is going to catch us back up in card. Oh god, worst draw in deck. Alright. Alright. Well, that's not shaping up the way we wanted it to, is it? Uh-oh, this is the opponent going to cast a Shardless Agent, it looks like. Yep. What do you spin into, opponent? Bitter Blossom. I'm going to take 2 more draw steps, or at least 2 more draw steps. Let's see. We can still hit, you know, like Karn. Land there's not terrible. So this thing's still killing us. We can play out these Mox Diamonds at any time to empty our hand. So maybe we just Karn Wish for Crucible of Worlds, or not Crucible of Worlds, Ensnaring Bridge. Crucible, not exactly useful. Take 2. What's your follow-up, opponent? I'd imagine they're considering between Leovold and Thoughtseize. They're going to decay a Chalice. Yeah, that's fine. They're determining which of our artifacts they want to decay. That's reasonable. Alright, well. This is the path to Karn, so let's go ahead and pass turn. We can't really cut them off of a color, so we're actually not going to Wasteland here. If we Wasteland plus Ghost Quarter, we can take them off a color, but take the damages here. Sure. Which Mox Diamond would you like, opponent? Dealer's choice. Another Goyf, huh? Ooh, another Abrupt Decay. Nope, Goyf. Alright. Alright, opponent. Now I will play the Mox Diamond because this pains us to fetch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are dead. So the reason why I'm scooping here is because even if we draw into Karn at this point, and wish for Ensnaring Bridge, unless they decide to attack the Karn, we're dead. All they have to do is attack us twice. So as I'm all for playing to your outs, I doubt the opponent's going to misclick through their combat. We would love to play first. This hand looks pretty good to me. Keep. So we would like to hit another land. I'm actually going to go off of this Thespian stage though, just hoping that we do get a lucky dual land off the top, or double land, not dual. If we have a double land off the top, that'd be pretty good for us. See what the opponent's playing. Snow-covered forest as well. Alright, woohoo. Alright, well that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, well we can't wasteland that, so let's go ahead and fetch. Life in the Loam, pick up our fetch. And then pass to the turn. If I knew for a fact this was elves, I might do something different, but like cast this Living Wish, but for now I think we're fine. It could also be like any number of Oko decks. Verdant Catacombs tells me that we probably just chaliced for one our elves opponent. Alright, let's go ahead and play. I'll go ahead and play Wasteland here. And cast Living Wish. This does give our opponent information, but I think that's fine. Opponent is a Force of Will deck, so they are not elves. And that is perfectly fine by us that they have Force here. Probably pitching a 1-drop. Yeah, pitching Brainstorm. Is this Abrupt Decay on my Chalice, opponent? It looks like Abrupt Decay on my Chalice. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Alright, all of this is fine. I'm just going to play Dark Depths and pass to them. That looks like Oko. Leovold, sure. No, that's fine. Alright. Pros and cons to both. I believe my opponent is a Wasteland deck, and therefore I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. This does not play around Jace. Keep this one. Alright, go ahead, opponent. So if the opponent has 4th land Jace Bounce, that's bad for us. If they have 2nd Black Source Liliana Minus, that's bad for us. Fuck, I even talked about Oko. Why did I do that? I even said Oko. Alright, well, Life in the Loam. Let's rebuild our combo. That was definitely a punt on my behalf. 100%. Alright, let's start with Thespian Stage. Go to combat. Attack Oko. And pass turn. Definite punt. God damn it. Sorry, everyone. I wanted to play around Wasteland and decided that I wasn't going to play around the card that I know that they have, which is just terrible. Didn't play around Oko, didn't play around, yeah. Green Sun Zenith for 2. Well, it can't be good for us. Yeah, it's whatever. Screws isn't that big of a deal. They're going to eat our Life in the Loam, but that doesn't matter. So hopefully the opponent does not have another wasteland and we're fine. Let's see. I'm not going to Life in the Loam here because I don't have to. And this ooze is going to eat all of our targets. So let's draw a card. It's a pretty decent one to draw. Let's go ahead and attack Oko. This time we've learned our lesson, opponent, and we will not be making 2020's main phase. Go ahead. Please don't have Wasteland. You have 2 cards. Please don't let one of them be Wasteland. Please let my punt not matter. Come on. Yes! Warning everyone, 5 seconds ago I yelled, so don't turn up your microphone or your earbuds. I might make you bleed. Sorry. Sorry. Alright. Terrible Magic player, doesn't matter. Alright, let's go. I'm bad at this game, but it doesn't matter. Alright, I love bringing in Azusa. Let's see, the opponent. Opponent's just going to Oko it though, right? Every creature's bad because of Oko. Every artifact is bad because of Oko. Seems like the best way to win this game is with the 2020. I think I'll bring in the Thespian Stage and Dark Depths, sideboard out 2 Living Wishes, and just run it like that. So the reason why I'm bringing them in is I'm less likely to be able to wish for them, especially when they have counter magic and permission. I still do have access to 2 Living Wishes if they get exiled, say to a Surgical. Oh, sorry, that's Karn, not Living Wish. Haha, this does not get from exile. Karn does though, fun fact. But no, it doesn't work the way I think it does. Should have left 1 Dark Depths in exile, probably. Oh well. Or, in the sideboard. Sheesh. Trying to speed record a league before picking up my girlfriend is not working out so well. Huh. You don't say. Yeah, I'll keep this. Alright, opponent, what do you have? Do you have a Thoughtseize? Do you have an Astrolabe? That's not an Astrolabe. Or a Thoughtseize. That's probably Green Sun Zenith for 0. Yeah. Yeah, you go get your Dryad Arbor. Sure. Alright, well. I'm cutting myself off Sylvan Scrying here, but I think that's fine. If the opponent forces this, that's also kind of fine. That puts him down a lot of cards in hand. Yes, I'm playing Crop Rotation in my Chalice of the Void deck, opponent. If they counter this, obviously we just pass. Alright, sweet. So now we get to go try to Chalice them into pass. So, Ancient Tomb. Let's try and put a Chalice on 1. We're also now set up to try and turn 3 combo them. Yep. So there's a turn 1 Chalice on 1, thanks to Crop Rotation. This could just easily be an Abrupt Decay or a Maelstrom Pulse, or heck, even Oko. Fun fact, the Chalice of the Void will retain the counter if they Oko it. Green Sun Zenith for 2, sure. Scavengling Ooze, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go ahead and go Thespian Stage Pass. So next turn we'll just go Dark Depths Pass. Oh no, they do have the Wasteland in this game. I don't have a basic to copy, so I'm just going to let this go. Interesting. I thought they were going to eat something. Sure. That's going to resolve. Would have been nice to have a basic in play, because you can copy a basic with Thespian Stage and then it won't die to a wasteland. You can also copy things with Thespian Stage in response to like needles and such. And if you do, then it will have a different name if they try to needle Thespian Stage. I actually got someone earlier today that I copied my forest in response and they needled Thespian Stage and I just comboed them. That's how that works. Is this another green sun, Zenith? What? Okay, well, you can take a couple. Alright, yeah, green sun Zenith for 2 resolves. Kid's asking if they can have snacks. For 1, sure. Noble Heart, so they have another land. That's fine. We will take a bunch here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. Go to 10. Alright, not copying anything here. Dark Depths pass. Let's see if we can get there with our 2020. Is this pause because the opponent cannot believe that we have Dark Depths naturally? That would be nice. That'd be real nice. Please tell me that you don't have any more Wastelands, opponent. You have used 1 already. I'm pretty sure the opponent's only allowed to Wasteland once per game. It's in the rules of Magic. Got there. Alright, sweet. Sweet. 1-1, mono green lands. Lost in the game, we tried to play our best. Won the match in which I played terribly. Magic. Skill game. Skill game. Alright, I'll be right back. Hopefully before we find an opponent. Hey, look at that. We don't have an opponent yet. That makes it nice and easy. So, Stick, basically, I love the card Karn the Great Creator, and I like the land strategy. So the reason why I married them up is because I felt that I wanted the explosiveness of a fast Karn, while also having the resiliency of the lands plan. Both are a little bit hard axes to interact with, especially game 1, because lands and planeswalkers aren't creatures, and they aren't instants and sorceries. So while they can spell pierce like the Karn, it's terrible against our lands half. And while they might have like Blood Moon, we can just cast a Karn. Deck seems to have worked out pretty sweet. The ability to chalice our opponent definitely adds value, because whereas traditional lands has to not exactly be afraid of having their Merit Lage Swords to Plowshared, we have a little bit of extra security against that particular line. He's Stoned Forge Mystic. I love it. I love everything about this opponent's name. I love everything about this opening hand. So this opening hand on turn 1 goes Mox Diamond, discard Dark Depths, Ancient Tomb, Living Wish for Thespian Stage. Yeah? If they counter it, second Living Wish for Thespian Stage. Alright, I'm in. Alright, Stoned Forge Mystic. Let's see what we draw. Naturally draw the stage. Nice. Alright, well now I'm going to Mox Diamond, discard the Depths. play Thespian Stage and see if I can resolve this Living Wish. Yes, I would love to. I'm gonna go grab Azusa. Because next turn I can play Azusa, Dark Depths, Blast Zone if I want. Seems pretty good. So we can play every land in our hand currently with this Azusa. I hope the opponent's excited. I really hope they are. I feel like I've definitely seen the opponent's name before somewhere. I'm thinking it's in a Twitch chat, but hey, who knows? Alright, opponent has second Polluted Delta pass. Could be Storm. That's less than ideal of a matchup for us. Alright, we'll take 2 here. Cast Azusa. If Azusa gets countered, we just play Dark Depths next turn, and that's fine. Alright, so 1, 2, and then we pass. The reason why I did it that way instead of just putting the Dark Depths out is because this way I have Thespian Stage to copy a basic as a little bit of Wasteland insurance. Obviously, Wasteland's already very good against us, but we'll see. Volcanic Island. Sure. Alright, definitely perpetuating my assumption that they're Storm. Let's see if they're actually like Show and Tell or Blue-Red Delver. I don't have a Chalice of the Void on 1, so... Alright. I'm going to go ahead and leave this Blast Zone on 1 for now, and let's go ahead and just draw a card. That's a pretty good one. Alright, let's see if this Chalice resolves. If they are Storm, then obviously we would have preferred to have put that on 0, but we have no way of knowing that. So just in case they are Storm as well, and I know I keep saying Storm, but that's the vibe I'm feeling off the opponent's deck of land, no fetches, cantrip, pass, is they're trying to set up a hand that kills us. And we've now said that we have a Chalice on 1, which definitely improves the Storm matchup game 1. Normally, lands is definitely the underdog until post-board, when it gets to kind of turn things around. Instead, by mainboarding Chalice of the Void and having the power to cast it as early as turn 1, not just on Mox Diamond draws, but also on Ancient Tomb and City of Traders draws, definitely swings the Storm matchup a little heavier in our favor. I'm not saying we're favored by any means. We are definitely unfavored in the matchup, but it's better than it would otherwise be. So I'm a little bit sad at this point. You know what? I'm actually going to take a peek. There's a way to turn chat on, right? Show chat. I cannot show chat because I have it disabled. Bummer. Bummer. Just curious if the opponent has anything to say about this. I want the opponent to weigh in on the situation. Oh, gonna check something real quick. While we have a second, what the opponent thinks. Alright, I'm back. Are we in combat now? Sweet, we're already attacking even. Put my Azusa into play tapped and attacking. I'm just kidding. Alright, opponent. I assume they're going to fetch to clear the Brainstorm, either now or during their upkeep. Looks like they're going to do enough. Ooh, they're going to draw one of the cards. That's a little bit scarier. So you want one of those cards you put back, huh, opponent? Okay. Okay, sure. If there's show and tell, I'm dooming myself if I sideboard out the Crocus. Storm or show and tell, I don't want this blast zone. So unless they're like Grixis Delver with a really, really awkward draw, or blue-red Delver, I don't want this blast zone. Great that we didn't have to show Karn there. In either of those matchups, that can still be super relevant. I think I'm just going to go ahead and bring in Trinisphere here, because I am feeling that this is probably Storm. If it's not, it's not. No harm, no foul. We get a whole game to figure it out. Alright, opening hand is all dressed up and nowhere to go. 5 lands, none of which cast the 2 spells in my hand. I can now make 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 mana and can't cast any of my spells. Mulligan. Alright. This one's going to be a keep. Probably bottom the crop rotation. If this is Storm, I might regret that a little bit. Because crop rotations are a way to turn to a Karn. Instead, we don't have that option really anymore. Main phase Brainstorm. Main phase Brainstorm. Alright. Oh, how we turn 1 a Karn, by the way. Ancient Tomb, draw Mox Diamond for turn. Mox Diamond ditches Dark Depths. Crop rotation this into another Ancient Tomb, Karn. I think I've said that before, but just in case. Instead, I'm deciding that I'd rather guarantee that I get to Thespian stage my opponent. So we'll see how that goes. See how that goes. It also guarantees that I can turn 3 Karn the Great Creator, but I don't know if that'll be fast enough. Opponent's taking pretty hard on this Brainstorm. Believe that's more likely to be bad news for us rather than good. Although if they're locking themselves, that's what we're looking to see. Come on, opponent. Come on. Come on. Lock yourself. Take yourself out of this game. It's not exactly how we want to win, but I mean, you know, when you're playing mono green lands, you'll take the scoreboard any way you can get it. And actually, the more I look at it, while it makes us a little bit more vulnerable to counter magic, if the opponent's on Storm, counter magic doesn't matter. And B, I still think it's probably correct to try and turbo out this Karn even in a fair matchup. Basically, only Force of Will and Spell Pierce interact with it, and if they have Spell Pierce, we can just cast other spells. Like, we wouldn't cast the crop rotation if they were holding up Spell Pierce. So, opponent definitely making some decisions there with that. See if they play out more artifact mana. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're Storm. Alright, that's fun. LED, sure. Opal, that's pretty good. Are you going to wheel us, opponent? Yep, alright, well, good news, everyone. Our opening hand didn't matter anyways, because we're getting a new one. Additionally, the opponent is definitely Storm. Yep. Let's see what our new 7 is. Our new 7's a turn 1 Karn. Oh, opponent, please pass. Opponent, please pass. I am so excited. Oh my god, they're just passing. Alright. Alrighty. Alright, well, the opponent wheeled us into a turn 1 Karn, so... Turn 1 Karn a couple of ways, huh? Alright, well, let's start with this Mox Diamond. Discard this. So now we get to play around Daze, although we didn't really need to. So crop rotation this away. We'll get an Ancient Tomb. It sticks around a little bit better. And let's go ahead and play Karn the Great Creator. Bet the opponent didn't expect this out of our land stack. So this is going to turn off 2 of their 3 mana sources currently, which means they actually have to have a second mana source just in order to Echoing Truth this. And I think we're just going to go ahead and grab... It's coding here, right? I feel like it's coding. And we'll start taking away their lands. I wish it could be Trinisphere, but unfortunately we boarded it in. Also has a chance that the opponent still wheels us here. Alright, opponent. What have you now? What have you now? You wheeled on 1. That's definitely powerful and fun. But what are you doing? They wheeled and passed, so I imagine they're currently tanking through their lines. Let's see. I feel like wishing for liquid metal coating there was correct. Next turn, I think we're gonna cast Life from the Loam and then liquid metal coating. Take away their land, and then the turn after that, we're gonna Lattice Lock them. We got a plan. We have a plan. All right, opponent, you have a blue floating Bloodstained Mire. All right, that's gonna resolve. Unfortunately, it looks like they do have the land, so they can Echoing Truth our Karn. If they have it. Okay. Interesting. Are they just trying to get up to Oh, this feels like a concession all of a sudden. Yeah. Yeah. Opponent's not gonna let us take away their lands. They know what this game is about. They know that Nah, I'm not gonna sacrifice a land, opponent. I want to recast this card next turn. Sure. Are you killing us anyways? That would be great. Yep. If it's just a wheel, I mean, we get to see new cards just like the opponent does. Except the opponent has a lot of mana. Wow. Wowee. Alright, this is Burning Wish for Echo of Aeons again. Are they really on multiple echoes in the board? Storm counts 8, so that's not enough to Tendrils us to death. Because, right? Or when this resolves, will it go to 9? I think we're at Storm count 8. Are we at Storm count 8, opponent? I think we are. In which case, that's not 9. Was there out that we copied Chain of Vapor? I don't think that counts as another spell. Ah. Burning Wish for Infernal Tutor. Infernal Tutor for the Tendrils. Alright. Alright, opponent. You can't show me Tendrils until you put it on the stack, but when you do, I will concede. Is this just Past in Flames? Second Burning Wish. Sure. Reveal Tendrils. Yep, that one's going to be lethal. Alright, opponent unfortunately was able to find the Chain of Vapor in time. But that is a-okay. We still have a whole nother game to go. So we're going to board in Bog and Tormod's Crypt now that we're sure of what they are. We can also take out these Living Wishes. That's great. Trinisphere would have been awesome there if we could have grabbed it with Karn, kind of. We actually died when we untapped, so I'm not sure how true that statement I just made was. Let's see. I think we just run it back like this. Opponent showing us why spell-based combo is a bad matchup. We'd like to go first, yes. I'm gonna keep this. It's a little rough because it's already, this crop rotation does not exist in our hand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Chalice on 0, Chalice on 1, pass. Then I have Sylvan Shrine to get one half of the combo, Living Wish to get the other half. So Ancient Tomb, Chalice on 0, Chalice on 1, go ahead opponent. We're being very hateful today, opponent. We hate losing the game. So obviously this is still pretty bad against the card I wish I could think of. Echoing Truth. But there's not much we can do about that. Use Living Wish's ability, yes. Go grab a Dark Depths and pass through the turn. I actually think I should have probably reevaluated when I drew Elvish Spirit Guide, but maybe not. So if they can get rid of this Chalice on 1 without killing us, we can crop rotation into our combo. The thing is, I'd prefer they just had no way to remove either of these chalices. Oh, good. Show me one land, all can't. Yeah, alright. Sweet. Alright, Dark Depths is fine. Mox Diamond's not exactly ideal here. We'll go ahead and take 2 more to cast Elvish Spirit Guide. Oh, sorry, not Elvish Spirit Guide, sorry. Sylvan Scrying and not use Elvish Spirit Guide. Alright, we already have Dark Depths. Let's go ahead and grab a Thespian Stage and pass through the turn. This is the opponent's last turn to be able to do something. Let's see what you got, opponent. Chalice on 0 and 1 on the play is pretty hard for Storm to be able to beat. That being said, the second land there for like an Echoing Truth is how they get to do it. Karn? Karn would be great here. Alright, let's go ahead and view the sideboard. I'm pretty sure there's nothing on our sideboard, creature or land-wise, we'd want. Yeah, I mean, there's a Thespian Stage we can grab, but I already have one of those. So I think I'm just going to play Thespian Stage here, pass. What this also does is I have Snow-Covered Forest crop rotation for Bojuka Bog currently. The opponent doesn't know I have that, but I do. They have to have, basically this is their one turn to be able to Echoing Truth us. Sweet, we dodged it. Alright. Alright. Looks like the good guys, the lands opponent, might have got there. Please don't tell me I'm dancing too early. Please don't tell me I'm dancing too early. Come on, opponent. Give it to us. Give it to us. Alright. Well, it's also possible that they're saving it for our 2020. Let's go ahead and do that right now. We're going to keep the one without counters on it, obviously. This one. Yep, here's our 2020. All right, we're going to be very careful not to click through combat. Very careful not to click through combat. All right, opponent discards a 0-drop, which is kind of to be expected. Karn there was absolutely insane, so if the opponent somehow does not die this combat, we get to Karn them. Attack for 20, opponent. Let me check your life total. 19. Wait, that's a lot less cool than when it was 20. Lame. Lame. Trigger. Sorry, just practicing for paper. I do intend to play this deck in paper as well. Excuse me? Excuse me? Alright, sure. Sure. Alright, so the opponent's gonna Chain of Vapor this? Yeah, that's fine. We don't want to sacrifice a land. Alright, second main. We're gonna... We're gonna count real quick. So this is +1 mana if we need it. 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't matter, so we just play the Karn here. Seems about right to me. So if we Living Wish first, it's down 2, but we can go get a land. Play the land. We already played a land. Oh no, we have not. So if I do this, get a land, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. They have to use green. All right, that's fine. So Living Wish here. Yes. Thespian Stage. Play. Float. Green. Crop rotation. Sack. Alright, so as much as I'd like to get our combo here, it just seems like this is going to be the line. So now we have 2 things that'll stop those 0 drops. Alright, let's see what we're grabbing here. Is it coding? Might be coding. Ooh, is it Crucible of Worlds? 3. We can grab this next turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab coding this turn and see how that goes. Alright, opponent, we have Karn plus Chalice on 0 in play. Please don't kill us. Please don't kill us. Alright, still at 1 land. Sweet. Karn is great. Alright, so let's go ahead and Karn minus. Yes. We're going to go ahead and grab Crucible of Worlds. Play Crucible of Worlds. Play a land from our graveyard that'll allow us to play Liquid Metal Coating. Sounds good. The land I'm going to play is Thespian Stage. Tap all these, Liquid Metal Coating. So the reason why you Liquid Metal Coating here is because we're going to yield and go to their upkeep, and we're going to coating their fetch during their upkeep, forcing them either to fetch or not have access to the mana on their turn. So let's see what they do. They are going to fetch, which is fine. Gives them less options to set up with Brainstorm and such, and forces them to have to pick what color they're settling on right now. Still, the opponent has done an excellent job of not dying. Alright, opponent, are you killing us this turn? Couple Dark Rituals into an Ad Nauseam scares me. Scares me, opponent. I don't like being scared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's a thing, isn't it? Alright, Dark Depths. Plus Karn. On nothing yet. I'm gonna Liquid Metal Coating this land away. And that should be the game. I was going to say, we're going to plus card on this land, but it's not an artifact yet. Once we turn it into an artifact, though, we're plussing on it. Go away, opponent's land. So let's see. We have 2 mana we can use this turn. 3, because I'm going to go ahead, whatever. I guess the Smog's Time was never doing anything anyways. But yeah, I was going to discard the Stark Depths, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Is this the perfect win? Does the opponent end with no permanents in play? Opponent ends with no permanents in play. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of Magic we like to play around here. It's awesome. That's what I'm looking to do. Let's jam into the next match. We are 2-1 with mono green lands. Wild. Wild. Matter of fact, I hate to cut it here. This is going to be part 1 of 2. I'm going to go ahead and come back for the second part. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to go get my girl. For everyone out there that's watching, please remember to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. It only takes a minute and supports the channel immensely. If you're watching this on Twitch, you're a wizard because I'm recording it for YouTube. However, if you're watching this on YouTube and want to follow me on Twitch, bit.ly/Lucksack with a capital L. Twitch with no capitals. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Alex here with Lucksack Games. Hoping you have an awesome day.